battlers, then skip ahead around 10 or so minutes. If you do, then stick around. Now I'm gonna try sharing the virtual camera again, because you said that was really clear last time. Whatever you did, do that.
What are we doing today? This is Evolution Cup.
I love it. You just turn up. You're like, fucking what is it? Yeah, Evolution.
A lot of metas and shit going on right now.
There is a lot of metas. Yeah.
It's like this PvP is like popping off again. Like we got like all these custom metas going on here and everything.
You doing, Devin?
Damn, Figuroth is even more busted right now.
I know. Right?
Did it start yet? What's wrong with my camera? Where's my camera? Did the Devon start yet?
Yeah, Devon started. Started January. This is their second cup now. So you didn't do the knockout cup at all?
I did, but like near the end, it kind of like petered off a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So now there's the
like
Silph Arena cup.
I didn't really finish my last couple rounds very well. I think like I gave a win to somebody, and then I think somebody gave a win to me at some point. So like it got really busy there at the end because I was doing a lot of stuff. What's up, Frey Amber? What's up, Jade?
Is it Drade or Drade?
It's Drade.
It is Drade? Okay. Hi, Drade. And A holds with the dab. There you go. How'd you do in Knoxville again? You did pretty well, didn't you?
Ninth.
Ninth?
No, like I was kind of a little disappointed because like like I made day 2 on the winner side.
Mm-hmm. And then
so basically like I went 0-2. I lost to Onion Frank and Jengles. So I mean like pretty good people, but just like just still annoying after like winning my 4 battles on like day 1 or whatever.
Yeah, you set yourself up well and then couldn't close it out.
Yeah, and then like whereas Frank was a little tricky because like I've had the dreaded Annihilate Vigoroth matchup in one of the games. So
oh, you brought Vig?
I brought the Vigoroth and he had the Annihilate. So I mean I didn't win that game, although it ended up being closer than I would have liked. I mean I didn't go 0-2 in any of them. I did go one. I did go one. What do you call it?
2. The word you're looking for is 2
in those 2 battles.
I'm a ballad, not a counter.
So I mean it's okay. Just a little frustrating, but didn't feel like I played bad. So
yeah. I had a pretty similar feeling coming out of mine where it's like I normally don't like when I lose and I'm feeling bad about it, like often people will comfort me with like, well, don't feel bad, they're cracked battlers, and I'm like, well, I kind of expect to be at that level where I can beat those guys, so it's like that's not too much comfort to me. But like I did feel the same where I'm like, well, I did feel like I played well and it was just RPS in the back in game 3, both losses, so like how mad can I get?
Basically, like, I mean, I wouldn't even say necessarily my matchup for his Jengles was like RPS, but he did take a pretty big risk, banking on me not bringing the Charger bugs, which allowed him to kind of like outbulk me with his team because he had like a Skarm, Azu, Shadow Gligar, and like, I mean, I did have a Charger bug, so I guess he took a calculated risk that I wasn't going to bring the Charger bug, and it paid off because like I thought it was like pretty good basically against anything in the back other than Azu game 3, and he had like, because the lead was Skarmory and he had the Azu, so it because my backline was like Vigoroth, Wishcash, so It was annoying. I mean, I think I still could have won that game. I tried to call a bait because I didn't get the Scald debuff on the first one, and like
Oof.
typically they bait there. I mean, so yeah, he played well, but
yeah,
just a little unfortunate.
And how well do you think you're able to play around Ape, like in general?
I faced it a couple times. I mean, it was fine. Typically, I didn't bring the Vigoroth, but against Frank, that was the only time I brought a Vigoroth versus an Annihilate team. So I guess he was confident I was going to lead the Vigoroth, even though I had only decided at the very last minute to change my lineup, and then it didn't work out. So I mean, I'll just use that as a learning lesson. Just stick with your original game plan and play it out from there. So.
All right. What else is going on?
Pretty much it. Just hanging out here. My brother's still over. We have a cup this weekend. So
okay.
On Saturday. So
how many?
Still trying to stack the points. I think he's over. Are you over 200 now, Blake? Close to 200.
Okay.
So
that's good.
I mean, if he could move to Australia, he'd be right on his way, right?
We suddenly get like this huge surge of immigration, and it's Pokemon Go players all looking to qualify.
I think you have to. I think you had to set that like at the beginning of the season,
yeah.
but
yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you guys do have less regionals and stuff, but now that you're gonna have some sort of locals coming up, then it should be like much, because like you can technically get 390 points from doing local tournaments. So.
It's just a matter of being able to find and get locals up.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, those aren't quite started yet, but hopefully they get them started up relatively soon for you guys. And
it's basically, I think, with the general feeling at the moment, I think, is that with the changes that will allow everyone that we think deserves to go to Worlds will be able to make it.
Okay. So you're gonna be there?
No.
Damn, man. Did you get any points from that thing, or
no? I did not.
Like,
no,
because you need probably to be, because how many people are there? Like,
there was
how many people?
50 something. I came 17th.
So do you need like top 8 to get points or something?
I needed top 16 to get any points.
Damn.
Yeah, so I needed one more win to secure something. But no, I'm still on 0. Two about 3 regionals have passed, and I'm still on 0 points.
Well, you didn't go to the one of them.
Yeah,
so...
well, yeah, but the point still stands. Like, I'm like, Worlds is out for me, because like there's a chance I won't be playing Perth either.
I mean, you still have one more regional coming up, and then potentially locals and stuff. You never know what's popping up in your area, so.
Yeah, there's a reasonable chance I won't be able to play that 3rd regional.
Okay, is that like work related? Or personal?
It's hard to explain. Well, no, it's not hard to explain. It's just I can't say much yet until it's like been confirmed. But
you're getting married. I see. That's unfortunate. Fortunate timing.
It's to Blob.
What?
Yeah, me and Blake.
That's weird. He's already got a girlfriend.
Hey,
so.
It's 2024, man.
Yeah, but he's already taken.
Well, that's not what his partner told me.
I'm confused.
First, I'm double agenting, yes. I'm not exactly sure what that means.
I don't have a regional coming up for a little bit now, but I do have some of these cups coming up.
Going to Vancouver?
I will be going to Vancouver. That's probably my last regional of the season. I don't think I'm going to go to any others, just for like work time off and such. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I'm planning on going to any other regionals after, because Vancouver's already booked. So, I don't think I'm not gonna be able to go to NAIC because of like personal stuff. Like I have to do like a little bit of a family vacation around that time. So it's gonna be like just too much to take off. Like basically, I'm gonna get back on the Tuesday before NAIC starts, and like the internationals always start on the Friday, right?
Yeah.
So I'd be back for like I would get back on like Tuesday night, and then like Wednesday, and then like Thursday I would have like 1 day back before leaving, and I don't think it's possible with the Worlds. Like it's really annoying because I did like I think I had a pretty good shot at like qualifying for the travel award, but I think not going to any ICs is gonna really hold me back in that standpoint, because I think some people are maybe going to both ICs.
Both as in NA and EU.
Yeah. Wow. And I know Nighttime Clasher already did LAIC, and he got like 100 something points from there. Like he got a good chunk of points. So yeah, like even like coming in second place in a regional and first place, like I don't think it's gonna be good enough unless I win like 4 more cups and do like really well at Vancouver, then maybe. But I guess we'll have to see.
How many people get a travel award in NA?
I think it's like 12 get some sort of assistance.
Wow.
I think it's like top 8 get like full travel award.
Yeah.
And after that, I think it's like you just get some sort of like a stipend or something, which I'd be fine with. Maybe I can squeak in the top 12. Maybe. I just got to make sure I do well in Vancouver, but let's see how it goes.
For us, it's top 2 getting the full award. I don't know how many get the stipend. Probably another 2. Hey, Dugon.
What's up, Dugon? There's no friggin' any spiders in this meta, so don't worry yourself about it.
We'll find something that knows Mirror Coat.
Top two is tough, especially I mean, you already pretty much know you already know Yakko's like locked in as number 1, basically, right? That's kind of like a fight for the
second place.
Second one,
no Mirror Coat, unfortunately.
But we can check that right now quickly before we get started. Let's see here. Doombug's obviously leading everybody right now. Well, North America. This is North America. I'm 6th. I'm not doing too bad.
Yeah,
627 points. But like I said, it's gonna be hard to catch Dune. He's obviously won 2 regionals already, and he's like I only have points from 3 regionals. So because I didn't, unfortunately, I just missed out on points on Toronto. Like I just needed 1 more win, so that's unfortunate. Let's see here. Where is it? Oceania. Yakovovich has 400. Yeah, because it's only been regionals, right?
Yeah.
So.
And then Rick
Yakovovich
Flarion and
has
Valiant
won both.
Bish.
This is Mikey Morgs, I guess.
Who qualified for Worlds last year.
Looks like Triple Crit only did 1 regional.
Yep.
And he came second.
He might have done Queensland. Just
but he didn't. Who else did? Didn't somebody else do pretty good from Australia last year at Worlds? I can't remember. Or was it just Yakovovich and Rick Flarion that were the? Or no, wait, it was Fish and Yakovovich, right? Oh, Avrip, he did really good at Worlds too, right? Pretty good. I don't know what his name is because they don't have.
It is.
Could be Adam, maybe.
It is Adam. Yes.
Adam Curry, this guy.
Yep.
130. So hopefully you guys get some, like I said, get some of those points up. If you look at Canada, it's actually pretty. I mean, it'd be nice if they did travel award based on country.
Yeah.
Because I'm like actually pumping everybody in Canada. Get wrecked, SSL.
Yeah.
Here's Blob, number 5 in Canada, 176 points.
It's alright.
Not bad.
It's alright.
I mean, you see here, Canada, we have our local cups and stuff, but we don't have a lot of like outside of that. Like Thorn came in second in a regional, but I was having the same issues that I wasn't getting points, so that's why I decided to go to these 2 regionals early on in this year, and I'm glad I did, obviously. So yeah,
get wrecked Mountain Dew.
Blob has more,
All right, so Vigoroth.
Vigoroth is the top Pokemon, but there is a new Pokemon this time. As you can see here, number 9.
Primate.
This is a new addition. and it's going to be the main Vigoroth counter probably.
Yeah, I mean, would you still prefer Como over Primate?
Well, Primate has counter, right?
Hakamo.
Yeah, Hakamo. So if you look at fighting, so Hakamo's 3. It does beat Vigoroth, but it's not as like clean. And you can see here you do lose. You only win the ones against Vigoroth, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Primate, I'm assuming wins everything but the zeros, but it might win the zeros too. You do win the zeros just barely. And this is just with Night Slash.
Yeah.
So you could also potentially... You probably do want Night Slash because there's quite a lot of ghosts. Like, I will say is like there has been other fighting types like Machoke, Girder, and stuff. But the problem is just the coverage.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Primate, I mean, it's a little glossier. I think 1750 versus 1599. So it is a little bit glossier than Machoke. But you have like really nice coverage for things like the Golbat and like the Dusclops and things like that. You actually have some sort of coverage against them. So I think it will be nice.
A return option on Machoke for like your Golbats.
I know, but it only hits Golbats, and it's also like a crazy high energy. Plus, Machoke has Karate Chop. What if you want Cross Chop? Yeah, if Machoke had Ice Punch, it'd be nice. I don't think you want Cross Chop, Crazy Kid. It's mainly because of like Dusclops is like one of the most common Pokemon, and it's going to be plus. But I mean, you could possibly run it. You could maybe run Night Slash with Cross Chop. Could be interesting because Cross Chop one thing it really helps you with is the mirror, because you're getting there in 5 counters, and it really helps you shore up the mirror match. Also, you do a lot of damage to Vigoroth. You're losing the potential super effective damage against like the dragons that aren't Zweilous and Golbat, but you still have ways to hit them. What's up, Bunny Man? You still have ways to hit them neutrally, so you could potentially see some people running Cross Chop, Night Slash, but I think you definitely want to run Night Slash in this meta. Plus, you can boost, right?
Nidorino, a really good counter for Vigoroth.
But the Shadow or the regular?
Nidorino. I've got just the regular here. Oh, it's winning the 1s and 2s. It's losing the 0s. We got Poison
It's like a 632 battle rating, which is like decent, but it's not like amazing, right?
I was recommending Horn Attack when you got Dig. Come on, PvP.
Probably just like a low energy move.
Yeah. How much energy is it?
It's a really bad charge move, but I'm pretty sure it's 35 energy. But it's really bad.
Yeah.
It's like really bad.
You can go Poison Sting and then Dig and Ice Beam, but like it's
I
hard
think
to give
the
up
jab
that.
is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they would buff Horn Attack because like not
That'd
a
be
lot of things
nice.
learn Horn Attack.
Yeah.
But like one thing that does actually, I'll trade you Nidorino tonight. What the hell is he talking about? But is he gonna? He's just laughing over in the corner there. Thinks he's so funny.
Because you find some funny, I'm funny.
Horn Attack, yeah. See, 35 damage. It does 40 or 35 energy for 40 damage. So it's a pretty bad move. But it is 35 energy and a poison jab user, so that's always nice.
So, Dusclops with Return is a nicer counter to Vigoroth. With Feint Attack, I did look this up earlier.
A lot of people just default to Feint Attack, I think.
Yeah. The trouble is, if you're running Feint Attack and Return...
Oh, you don't run Return with Feint Attack. You don't need it.
Yeah. So, well, like, Feint Attack is... Like, if you just hate Vigoroth, like... And which... You would expect to see Vigoroth on every team, so like I wouldn't put it out of the question to run the Vigoroth killer moveset. Then you've got Feint Attack and Return as your options. If you want to go Hex, then you are still losing the 2s, but just barely. And you're a little nicer against the other ghosts, but Maybe
what
like
about a
Shadow
shadow with just the double punches and like a
Shadow
and
Dusclops?
yeah, with double punches and feint attack.
And Feint Attack.
I think you want feint attack because it's just like more consistent, but
Okay, so there we go. Okay. Yep, you're winning all the evens there.
wow, the ones are really close. Damn.
It is.
Figure out you got the like rank 1 set up there? Figure out's crazy.
It's just no, it's not a rank 1. This Vigoroth is rank 162. Oh, that would be because I went here from the Great League rankings, I think. So it might have automatically
Put a high rank Dusclops because Dusclops is like a super bulky Pokemon, so I'm curious to see.
I think the Dusclops might be rank 1. Yeah, so the Dusclops already. But then, like, when are you getting a rank 1 Shadow?
Oh, just in general, +1. Oh, so Blob was saying that he really likes, or something that he's interested in is a Crocodor or something.
Crocolore?
Crocolore, that's it.
Crocolore or Croconor?
It doesn't have it's a pure fire type. It doesn't have the ghost subtyping, but it has a very similar moveset to what's his face. It just doesn't have a Shadow Ball. It just has Crunch Disarming Voice or Flamethrower. So, but I don't know. It doesn't look that good now that I'm looking. It looks kind of look. He said shield advantage.
Blob, do you want to be on this?
No, he's sitting on the couch. He's not allowed on here. I was told by one of my friends that Vigoroth Charjabug is just like the 2 Pokemon you need for this cup.
So why Charjabug being the second?
It's just super flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a lot of ground types, right? Like what resists is basically okay. You have Marsh Tomp at number 13. And then you have Pillow-Swine, but other than that, like, I mean, I don't think Pillow-Swine's like the most common Pokemon, and at least you can still hit that with X-Scissor, right? So
and isn't Pillow-Swine like Pillow-Swine's like difficult, but can really like do work with a shield advantage, if I remember rightly.
I mean, it hits hard, right? It hits pretty damn hard. It's like not even that glassy, but.
Dragon's heard that core. Yeah, with shields up, Dragonair would beat that nicely.
Dragonair does farm down Vigoroth from full health. Obviously, Zweilous, I think, loses to Vigoroth since it is a normal or a dark type or whatever. Pretty close, actually. Like, yeah, that's where Vigoroth can struggle a little bit is like the heavy fast moves. But I mean, that's what like Dusclops is for, right? You're super bulky guy.
The Triple Dragon, I like that idea.
Well, there is another new sort of Pokemon addition to this meta, which we'll see how popular it is. But it's right here at number 20.
Togetic.
So this Pokemon now has Steel Wing too. Keep that in mind.
Isn't Arcbax new?
We're not talking about all the new Pokemon yet. We're talking about new additions slowly. Okay, shut up.
Blob, you're either in or you're out.
Yeah, get out.
If you're out,
this is
keep your comments to the chat.
This is it can learn Steel Wing now, which is interesting. I'm not sure like how many matchups it helps it in. Looks like you pick up 3 wins with Steel Wing. And you lose a draw. Mm-hmm. So that's not bad. Like, what do you pick up here?
I don't think it changes the. If you set it to Matrix, it'll tell you.
You beat Chansey. You beat the Dragons pretty good. You beat other Togetics. Something to consider.
Oh, the Celio Slayer. So there are particular IVs that make it good against Celio. If you could yell your answer, that'd be super. No.
No, don't tell him to do that. Celio, some of these picks are very interesting. Like, do we really think Celio is going to be that good in like a Charjabug Vigoroth meta? Like,
no, I don't think so.
I mean, it does do okay against the dragons, so that's something going for it, right? But I think there's like other ways you can help deal with the dragons. Let's see, what other ice types do we have?
Just a quick one. I was thinking like you got to run Crunch on Charjabug, right? Because of the Duskfloss matchup. Like it's actually not making much of a difference in the ones. 339 versus 400.
X-Scissors, like it's one of its best charge moves, so you definitely want to keep that.
Yeah.
Discharge. You could probably
Discharge.
switch it out over Discharge, but Discharge is pretty helpful. Yeah, so looking at it doesn't look like there's like a ton of ice options. So, Celio, at least Piloswine can like beat Charjabug. That's something, right? Celio is bulkier though, right? So there's that going for it. So, and then Arctibax is the new ice type, new dragon in the meta. You kind of lose to a lot of things. I'm not sure really what it what's the benefit of Arctibax over the other dragons, but I guess just the avalanche type move.
So it's recommending avalanche. What if you have icy wind on it?
Ooh. Yeah, so
never like to hear that sound.
No, I'm just saying here, like according to this sim, they were like saying that you could bait a Togetic with a Dragon Claw and land an Avalanche to win the ones, but not if they have Steel Wing. Then you lose. What is the benefit? I mean, Avalanche just hits harder, right?
It does. I mean,
There's
in the
probably
ones,
a lot of...
it says you're picking up Magneton and it's wireless, weirdly. And then in the twos, it
makes sense. You're dropping the other. I mean, it could be interesting for like other mirrors. I don't hate it. Like it depends if you're using it. I guess as like a closer or something like that. Because like if you get shields down, you definitely want that avalanche, right? To deal like massive damage.
Yeah. But... Does Steel Wing Togetic cook?
I think so. It's cooking something.
Are we awarding it official cook status?
I think so. I don't think it's that good, but because according to this, I think you're still losing to Vigoroth, which is not the greatest, but something. They're recommending Ancient Power. Let's see.
Oh, really?
Okay, so you actually win everything but the ones against Vigoroth. It's pretty bulky.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad, like, to be honest with you. Aerial Ace, Ancient Power.
Okay, Steel Wing does beat Vigoroth in the ones where Fairy Wind doesn't. This is running Aerial Ace Dazzling Gleam.
Oh, Dazzling Gleam. I mean, you're baiting with an Aerial Ace, so... Do you want Ancient Power for, like, the... Oh, I mean, you could run Gleam, I guess. Maybe Gleam's interesting. I think it's actually not that bad.
You could run Ancient Power instead of Aerial Ace, I would think.
Aerial Ace is this lowest energy move, right?
Yeah.
And it's stab, so... I think you definitely want that. Also, because like Steel Wing charges a bit slower. But the nice thing about Steel Wing is you actually have some fast move pressure, whereas with Fairy Wind you really don't, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've already talked about Vigoroth and some of the giants. Interesting now, like because previously Golbat was like one of the strongest counters to Vigoroth, but now you're losing to it because of the Rock Slide. Like, a Rock Slide is doing almost 70% to a Shadow Golbat.
I'm sorry, I've set my perms to be anti-blob. Dugong.
We are in the top secret channel that only super cool people can get in. So
I hope Lachlan's not watching, because like he will definitely give him the perms. Foiled.
Yeah, so interesting that like, because like Golbat was always a thing, but it looks like the regular still has a pretty decent matchup with Vigoroth. Wait, why aren't they going for the Rock Slide here? I mean, it's not going to KO, but you might as well do some extra damage. I mean, it's pretty close. It is pretty close. Like, it's not that bad of a matchup. Although it would be uncomfortable if you give like Golbat any sort of like shield advantage or something. Because like counters are doing 3 damage, wing attack's doing 5. You're debuffing it.
Oh yeah, 100% Dugong. Like Rock Slide gives you like a harder hitting move against Golbat. It's just a much lower energy move and does more damage than Bulldoze against like ghosts as well.
Yeah, because there's not really any. There's no Runerigus, right?
There's no Runerigus. And
actually, Rock Slide helped it versus like Dusclops.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But Bulldoze would be better against Haunter specifically.
Dusclops before.
Hey, missing her.
Because if you go here, like if you just put like Feint Attack, right? So we already saw it's like, dude, it's really close. Even with Feint Attack, right? But if you go here and you put Bulldoze on it, it goes from 533
we've lost your stream.
to 660. Huh?
We've lost your screen share.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
There we go.
But like, so this was the change. So if you put Bulldoze here, Dusclops wins this with a 660 battle rating. If you put Rock Slide, it's a 533. It's like insane.
It's a big difference.
Says your loses the 2s. You just counter it into range where double Rock Slide KOs, and it's just so slow. That's crazy. But Shadow, you're actually winning the 2s, so I wonder if Shadow is better.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it is. How does the Shadow go against the regular Dusclops?
I think it would come down to CMP. Typically, the mirror match, it doesn't matter if you're running Shadow or regular because they're both doing the same amount of boosted damage.
So it comes down to movesets.
It just comes down to CMP and movesets, basically. Like, if they're both running the same moveset, it would just be a CMP thing.
Because, like, Dusclops has a lot of flexibility with what moves you run it. Like, more than what most Pokemon have in most metas. Oh, Chris from Kentucky throwing in Rhydon in there. We'll get to that.
I'm not thinking about Rhydon at all, but we can talk about it maybe. Yes. Zweilous, like, the big benefit of it as a dragon type is you resist like the ghost stuff, right?
Yep. But it doesn't super help it when like the Dusclops is throwing out the Ice Puncher. Like, doesn't it take 2 Ice Punches to take out the Zweilous?
Well, you have no fast move pressure, whereas with the other stuff you actually do.
You do.
Also, it's not even that bad into Vigoroth. Like, to be honest with you.
Breaking Swipe and Mud Slap. Like that.
Yeah, but
that's a fun moveset. Sorry?
They nerfed Breaking Swipe though, don't forget.
Yeah.
Damn.
But fun. Like, great Dragon Killer, right?
Haunter. Yeah, we're not there yet, Fish. Come on. We're only at number 12.
Alright, we'll get
Haunter
back to
is a Dragon Killer, okay?
I'm keen
it
to
has
revisit
Ice Punch. And weren't we talking about running Sludge Bomb? Were you running Sludge Bomb last time?
I was running Dark Pulse for a while because I wanted to be able to hit the Dusclops for super effective while also being able to hit the Vigoroth.
Still recommending here to throw double ice punch with the shadow claws. Bro, this is actually insane. This matchup says you need like you live with like 1 HP if you're a hunter first.
Just going straight ice punch.
Yeah, and you lose the 2s.
So that's the one advantage of like facing a Vigoroth with Rock Slide instead of Bulldoze, where you don't get one shot.
I think it's even worse.
You reckon?
Well, because before, if you correctly shielded a Bulldoze, you would come out with like almost a full health Haunter. Now they just win they straight up win the 2 shield, just straight Rock Slide.
Well, on the other hand, like if you get baited, then you're in a lot of trouble. Like,
I know, but now you know they're not baiting.
Yeah.
Like, look at before you would literally have to like double bait it to win the 2 shield. Now you literally just go for the Rock Slide, and if they don't shield, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks really strong. Haunter's interesting, but in my opinion, it's always been too glassy.
Yeah.
Like 1379, you get farmed down by everything. It does destroy Primeape, but then again, like, I feel like a Night Slash would probably destroy you too. So.
How much does Night Slash do? Hey, thanks, friend.
It does 86%. Damn.
Okay, and the counters? 3
damage.
Ugh. So yeah, so you can't take a Night Slash.
Like, you can't counter swap. Like, if you counter swap a Primeape, they're gonna be up a counter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just lose.
That's wild that like, I know that you know that's how the maths works, but like, it's wild that a triple resisted fast move is doing 3%.
Unless you're doing unless you have like Shadow Punch, I guess, because then you could outpace the Primeape even down charge, you know.
And then just rely on ice punches.
Yeah. Because Shadow Punch is its fastest move, right? You get there in 5, then 4 Shadow Claws. It's alternating.
Christian, I have been taking a break from streaming my GBL because I was molding way too much, and I don't want to be a guy that just goes on stream and just gets angry for an hour and then...
Really? That's my whole shtick.
And the boldness.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
The molding and the bolding.
Let's see here. What else we got? Marshtomp. This is the first Mud Boy we've discussed. We've gone over some dragons.
You're gonna discuss Marshtomp before Rhydon. Come on.
It's 13th.
Since when have we just gone down the list?
Well, I want to discuss. I think this is basically the end of the like super meta Pokemon, in my opinion.
Yep.
And then we've already discussed some of these other things, but like, you do have a interesting matchup with Vigoroth. It's not like a win necessarily, but it's... How about regular Marshtomp? Is that better into Vigoroth? Okay. So regular Marshtomp has a little play here. Don't forget, Surf is the more energy efficient move if you're ever playing Marshtomp.
Mm-hmm. Ahead of Mud Bomb and Sludge.
Well, Sludge is just bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So we already talked mainly about Machoke. I don't think it's very niche usage for Machoke. I know it's ranked 14th, 15th, but I feel like if you're going to use a fighter, you're going to use, like a real fighter, you're going to use either Hakamo or a Primeape. Mm-hmm. I doubt there's really any reason for Machoke, unless you just really like Shadow Machoke, you know, for some reason. It's your favorite Pokemon.
I think there will be a few Machokes around, because, like, I think there it was, in the past, the Vigoroth counter, and I think some people won't be able to let go.
I guess we'll have to see, but
I
it is
guarantee you'll see
bulkier
some.
than Mape, so it's that. Technically, Shadow Machoke, according to this, beats Primate because you do have pace in the cross traps.
Yeah.
So there is. I mean, it's not like it doesn't have some benefits. I just feel like it's way more RPS and less flexible. So I would rather just use Primate in that situation. We talked about Nidorino, no, not Nidorina, right?
Yeah, we just briefly mentioned it.
The Nidorine doesn't have poison. It only has poison sting.
Just quickly, I don't know if we actually said it on this. I think Shadow Clops with Faint Attack Double Punch is the way to go. Because, like, you're still beating the Hex Dust Clops in the zeros, but you're beating Vigoroth in all the even shields.
Yeah, I think the Shadow is a little bit better now. And you need, I think Faint Attack's better also for this Pokemon, Chansey, right? Chansey's out there now. I mean, we just had a community day, right?
Yeah, there'll be a lot.
I mean, with this 3100 stat product, which is absolutely ridiculous, like Ultra League level. According to this, it does beat Primeape, so...
That's so wide.
Or no, wait, sorry, it loses to Primeape. But it's a 473 battle rating, so...
I think Psychic does about 40-something%. 43?
According to this, you're only getting to 1 Psychic before they get to 5 Night Slashes. I mean, it'll be 2 swaps, slow swapping. You know, heaven forbid they get an extra 2 Zen Headbutts.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah, if they get the 2 Zen Headbutt lead, they can flip the ones. So, you better be careful there.
Pound or Zen Headbutt?
I think Zen Headbutt's better because you want Chansey to be able to beat the ghost types, right? So with Pound, you just lose to them.
Yeah, you could probably like Zen Headbutt down a Haunter.
Yeah, Haunter, yes. Dusclops with Faint Attack. But if you get one of those Hex Dusclops, then you're looking pretty good. And it's also better against the fighters and things like poison types, like Golbat and such, which are fairly common. Pound, what does that help you with? Mainly just dark types.
Which there's only one, isn't there?
Swilus really is the only thing Pound really helps you with, so I don't think it's that useful. Okay, what was that person talking about? Iodon is like way down here.
Yeah. Terrible against fighters.
Loses to the fighters.
Good against the dragons and the ghosts.
Loses to the Mud Boys. Loses to Seal Goldbat, apparently.
Oh, that's a big risk.
It is weak to ice, right? Because it's a ground rock type. So it's double weak to grass, water, fighting, single weak, ground, ice, and steel. It's a pretty bad typing, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like Marshtomp, like a Surf would one-hit you, basically, probably. You do have other coverage options, like you do have your own Surf, potentially. It's interesting. I don't think it's that good, but it could be fun to try out.
I think it's very targeted. Like, if you can draw out the Vigoroth, they don't have a Primeape on their team, then, like, you might be able to close out a battle with a Rhydon.
They did buff Mud Slap, so that's something going for it. Looks like it's going to be 4 Breaking Swipes or 4 Mud Slaps to Breaking Swipe, so...
So it's 9 energy per Mud Slap now, right?
think so, yeah.
I'd be keen to just give it a go.
Yeah, why not? Could be fun.
Yeah, that makes sense, Chris. We have touched on Celio. Haven't dived too deep into it. It's just like so hard to bring in a Vigoroth meta. Vigoroth and Primate.
Like I mean, it depends how your team's built out, but it's not like you don't have any way to hit back. At least you don't get walled, and it definitely does pretty decent into the dragons. Although not having an ice charge move that's like low energy could be annoying, but let's see here. Metang, I've seen people use in the past, but I think it's bad. Yeah, because Chargebug didn't have Volt Switch last time this cup was here, right? It just had Spark or Bug Bite, so Bug Bite Chargebug does win the mirror. So there's that. You could use ABB. I think previously one pick that I was using was a Graveler, a Lowland Graveler. You used to be able to win the ones against Vigoroth.
Yeah, if you successfully bait though. Welcome back.
Yeah, it depends on how good of IVs their Vigoroth is, I guess. But it's like a pretty close matchup because Stone Edge does almost 60%, 55%. So Graveler is interesting. Other than the dragon types, like it's pretty solid. A lot of grass types down very low.
I think you just straight up have to have Vigoroth as your safe swap. Just no question, right? I mean, the fact that I said
there's not much.
There is a
question. I mean, nothing walls it or anything, right? Like, it's going to be very common. I'm looking at Poliwhirl here just a bit because they did recommend Bubble here, but I think you could probably run Mudshot too. Mudshot, Mud Bomb, Scald sound familiar?
Yeah, it does. Doesn't have that ground typing though.
No.
Which is one thing that makes Whiscash so busted.
The Shadow, I think, is interesting, but they're ranked low, I think, because of Bubble. Because if you look here, the Marshtomp is ranked pretty high. So I think that could be an underrated pick, but it is just pure water. Let's see what else we got here. Galarian Lanu. Again, we already talked about this briefly earlier, but the Crocolore looks pretty interesting. What do we search? Closers?
Closers is, with no shields in play, so...
Oh, on both sides.
Yeah. Are you thinking of attackers?
Maybe.
Against shielded opponents while unshielded.
Okay, so the best safe switch is Vigoroth. Could we have guessed that?
Think we could have.
And Dragonair is right there, number 2 and 3 for safe switches.
Okay, so Vigoroth actually isn't doing very well with a shield disadvantage. It's got a 7-21 record.
Well, the thing is, that's the way Vigoroth kind of works. Is it's like good up a bit of energy and like on even shields or shield advantage, right?
Yeah.
But if it gets down, it's not exactly the bulkiest Pokemon. So
it's a fair weather fighter.
Well, if people are safe swapping Vigoroth, there's gonna be a lot of Primeape in the back, right?
Yeah.
Although if you get up one counter, then you force the Primeape to double shield, right?
Yeah, which is craziness. So like you need you need to have a Pokemon on your team, I think, that beats Vigoroth with 2 counters energy.
I mean, I don't think that's going to be very easy to find.
Oh, there are a few. Hakamo can do it, Golbat, Haunter, and Dartrix. They're the ones. Dartrix with Magical Leaf, Seed Bomb, Brave Bird. Everyone? Anyone?
I'm looking at all the Pokemon here. Yeah, Machoke can still do that.
Yep.
Gloom, Ivysaur. Apparently Shadow Ivysaur does that. Because you tank a Body Slam and you get to 2 Power Whips. But again, they can still basically farm you down.
Yeah.
It's very close. So its Vigoroth just looks like really strong, right?
And so here's the other thing I'm thinking. If you make your lead a Vigoroth counter,
Razor Leafers, and like Primeape are the things that, and like Golbat are the things that can like hold down the 2 shield versus Vigoroth if it's up energy. If you need to keep alignment.
If you lead with the Vigoroth counter, then that will stop your opponent from using Vigoroth as their safe switch. Which means that, like, if anything, you can, like, you give yourself the best opportunity to give your Vigoroth a lead over their Vigoroth.
What's a Vigoroth counter, though?
So like, if you're leading Primeape, and then you've got Vigoroth as your safe switch or something. Or if you're leading Golbat and then Vigoroth is your safe switch. Like, it doesn't have to be like a perfect counter. It doesn't have to be a hard wall or anything. Do you just want to stop them from using Vigoroth as their safe switch so they don't get up that energy lead?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I guess we'll have to see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, pretty much, Bunny Man. Like, anything that is beating Vigoroth with... Most things that are beating Vigoroth with an energy lead are resisting counter. The only thing here that doesn't actually resist counter is Hakamo.
And Primeape. But you have to double shield, but...
Oh, this list I've got 2 counters lead, and it's beating Primeape with that.
Not at the 2s. You just punch it down.
Yeah.
Swaddaloon, maybe that's a good lead. Compete Vigoroth. Maybe I'm crazy, but like, how do you think? What about a Bug Bite Charjabug? Is that useful for anything?
I mean, last time it was around, I remember the big decision was Bug Bite would allow you to beat Vigoroth, where Spark wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah, because like, look at the matchup right now. Like, you are losing the 1s and like barely winning the 2s, and then if you use Bug Bite, according to this, you just win the 1s. I mean, probably not good, but it would help against the mirror. I'm just saying it's something to consider. Probably not good, but I do have a second Charjabug built. So let's see here, the mirror. According to this, you lose the mirror. Oh, just the 1s. That's crazy to think, but I guess they need to buff Bug Bite. It's interesting. Does rank 1 Vig lose mirror? Well, Vigoroth mirror typically comes down to CMP, right? So
yeah. So
I would say yes.
And like, do you get any breakpoints?
No, there is counter breakpoints, but you usually give it back. Like,
yeah,
if you lose defense, you just give back the counter breakpoint. So it basically comes down to CMP. I have a Vigoroth, a different Vigoroth that I use for these types of cups that has like really high attack. So I typically win CMP in the mirrors in these GBL formats. Looks pretty interesting though. We'll have to see how the meta kind of shakes out, but definitely like you have a decent little core here. It's definitely going to be top heavy.
Yeah.
But there are some sort of unique picks that I think could like find their way down. But I guess we'll just have to see how people utilize them. Oh, Fletching there also has Steel Wing now. That's something interesting.
That's pretty wild. Normal fire or flying fire?
It's a flying fire, but it doesn't look that good actually.
All right.
Yeah, you really kind of drop off. Okay. But I do like the Poliwhirl pick here. It's ranked pretty low, but I think it's because it has bubble, to be honest with you.
So you genuinely think Mudshot would improve that Pokemon?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Oh, we do have one Charmer to talk about too, the Brion. Well, there's two Charmers actually, but or maybe there's only one actually. Okay, Flora Gutto also knows Charm now. So people can run double Charm if they want to nowadays.
Sounds like a great idea.
If they want to, just we let the people know, right?
Let's look a bit at Vigoroth IVs.
Because you see here, Poliwhirl Shadow. It's versus the meta. It's a 10 wins, 18 losses, and a 415 battle rating. If you just put Mudshot on that, you go up to a 507 and 1414. So like it's pretty decent into the meta overall. It beats Chansey, Dusclops. Some things I don't think aren't that meta. Maybe it's not that good, but it could be interesting. Which one? Why are you looking at Vigoroth IVs?
Just
Katharita. No, because it's the middle evolution that's of the Loud, and that one doesn't have confusion. Or sorry, it only has confusion and pound, but the evolution has.
Yeah.
This one is only pure psychic, other than pound, which is S. Anything you're learning about Vigoroth IVs?
There's a lot of breakpoints you can get.
1501? Yeah, what the hell are you running over there?
This just max attack. Just
I think the one that I use is like 8 something. My high attack Vigoroth for GBL cups. Let me see here. If you go too high, then it hurts you in the mirror. Yeah. I think 8, 11, 10 is the one that I use for these GBL type metas. That's it's like just high enough rank that it's still like gets most of the same wins, but it's like shitty enough that I win CMP like pretty much all the time against other Vigoroths.
So it says here, over the rank 1 Vig, you are gaining Golbat and losing Dragonair.
Which seems like all of the higher attack ones are losing Dragonair.
Yeah.
So it's nice. You see, like I'm in the sweet spot there.
Yeah.
Where I'm like picking up some decent matchups, but it's like not too bad, right? And like I'm gonna be basically winning CMP almost every time because like my attack's like 100 and I think my attack's like 120 or something.
All right.
What?
Sorry.
I'm saying the comment there says you double KO versus rank 1. I don't know what that means.
As in like you mean Laos? Laos.
I don't think nobody runs rank 1 Vigoroth, but also it's a CMP. It's always gonna come down to CMP because like that body slam, you're gonna get them very low, and you're gonna throw the body slam, and it's gonna KO. Like I played that matchup quite quite a few times. Or you shield and farm them down. Those are the two ways typically those Vigoroth matchups play out.
And that can be pretty risky because like you come out with such low HP that's like sometimes you can only get off like one body slam.
I never, like I said, I don't think anyone's really, not that many people running rank 1. Okay, so according to this, yeah, they will survive the body slam with 7 HP. Okay, so what you can do here actually, if you see that? See what I did?
No, I tuned out for a second.
Well, it says you KO because you're throwing on the CMP and then you both get an extra counter. But if you go for the extra counter, if you know you're going to survive that, you can go for the extra counter and then throw your move, and then your counter registers and theirs doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So you would actually win that.
That's why you're a world championship qualifier, Lau. That's some high level shit.
So, but I've never seen this play out like this. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, the body slam always kills the Vigoroth. Also, nobody ever plays the 1 shield. Everyone always plays the 0s. And the 0s, that's the way I always. If you're playing the 1s, you're shielding one. Like, if you're playing the 1s, what they're gonna do is they're gonna shield this, and then they're gonna counter you down, and they're gonna come out with like very low health and like a body slam loaded.
Which can be the way nice if you're aiming to get alignment in the back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those are the two ways this matchup always plays out. I very rarely see like people shield the first body slam.
Yeah.
Typically, I always play the 0s, and like I said, winning. So you could both tank a body slam, and you see here I'm down very low, and I just survive, and then you both get to the final body slam, and it just comes down to CMP, and I'm okay with taking shield advantage out of that matchup. That's typically how I would play it in the lead. So. But yeah, if you think they're gonna like, if you shield and then go to win the 1s, the opponent's not gonna throw anyways, right? Like, you can play it the same way the other way. I just have less HP, but see, you have to have enough HP that you can win this matchup, right? Because if you have if you start getting under 140 HP, as Fish was seeing, like if you actually go for a max attack, like you don't survive the counters to get to 2 body slams.
Yeah. Which
is very critical, because if they have like a higher attack Vigoroth, like let's say they also have like a 8, I don't know, something like this, right?
So you need to make sure you're not sacrificing HP.
I think HP is very important for Vigoroth. So see this one? They have a higher attack Vigoroth. The counters are doing 9 damage, but at the second body slam, I still have 1 HP left. So it comes down to the CMP in that scenario.
Yeah.
Obviously, in this one, you don't want to shield because you have 1 HP. You would die through the shield. But 0-2-1 will win CMP? I don't think so. Oh, it does. Damn you.
Whoa.
Let's see. And he has more. I mean, that's actually not a bad spread. You have more attack, slightly more stamina, a little bit less defense.
Man,
which doesn't really matter that much.
Killing it.
It's okay. Blob's in the pits. We're not going to queue up in GBL. So.
So Kaza asks if running Primeape and Big, what's the third? So do you need more Golbat coverage there?
I would say Celio could make sense, or Charge Bug. Maybe probably Celio. something like that. You want Golbat coverage, but you also do want probably a little bit of help with the dragons too.
I think Charger Bug's probably better there.
But it's worse than dragons.
Yeah.
You could potentially just get swept by like a Dragonair or something with that thing. Like that just two shield and like take out your whole team. So you just do have to weigh the pros and the cons there.
Right, now we're just gonna play Rate My IVs.
Nobody posts their IVs.
Hey, Dr. Banner.
I don't know, Dr. Banner. We just went through. You definitely just need to make sure you have enough HP to win to survive the counters, to get to the second body slam. Like I think that's the critical part of that matchup, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Ooh, same attack stat, 1 less HP, more defense.
That's probably fine.
Yeah, you're looking good. Blobs will win.
So what beats hold on here. Single battle.
Banner, right back to you. I was like, dude, no, we're not gonna look at everyone's IVs. And I'm like, no, I want to help Dr. Banner out. But you're like, nah, just messing around. You're banned. You're out of here. You're not welcome.
Ban him. Ban his ass.
Ban the Banner.
Okay, let's see here. Vigoroth and Primeape. Evolution Cup.
Did you turn on Shadows?
I don't remember, but so according to this, it says Golbat is a nice pair as well with those two, which makes sense. You also don't want to be too weak to like opposing Vigoroth as well, right? Golbat
here's a question.
could fit in there. Charjabug, yeah, like you're saying, Charjabug could be good there too.
So
go ahead, yeah.
Vigoroth against Golbat. Are you going for a Rock Slide, or do you just go like 2 body slams? Because 2 body slams would be enough, right?
I don't think it is.
Isn't it? It would be against Shadow, surely.
Yeah, but 2 body slams is more energy too, right?
I mean, but how much does a Rock Slide do? Basically, if the Rock Slide does enough that you can like count it down, then I'd be happy with that.
It does. Rock Slide does like 64% versus Golbat. Like, oh, this one? Oh, this is a Shadow Golbat? Okay, in the zeros, it says you need to land a Rock Slide and a Body Slam.
And 2 body slams definitely aren't enough.
No, they live pretty comfortably.
Yeah,
like, you can't really counter them down. You're doing 2 damage per counter, right?
Yeah.
So.
And the Shadow?
Versus Shadow, I think 2 body slams would be enough. Because, yeah, it looks like basically 2 body slams would basically be enough. But you need some counter damage too.
Yeah. Or you need. It looks like you need like 1 counter energy lead to win that one.
You need a little bit of counter damage. But the Rock Slide does 64%. So. Yeah, see, it doesn't quite KO. Like here, but like, let's just put on only Rock Slide. So like, you can get it down to 4 HP in the ones if you land a Rock Slide. So, and Rock Slide is only 45 energy, so it's only 10 more energy instead of throwing, instead of throwing 70 energy. You only need 45, right? So, yeah, you need quite a bit of energy lead to get to 3 Rock Slides. But it looks like in the 2s, if you do have like a bit of an energy lead, the Rock Slide will KO. So, with like some counters.
That would be genuinely good, Banner.
Polyworld needs counter? No, let's not give any more
Don't open that can of
water
worms.
Pokemon counter. No, screw them. So this core, like Charjabug actually looks pretty interesting with this core. Again, you just gotta be careful with the dragons, but yeah, looks definitely pretty interesting. This might be like a common team, something like this you might see, right? Technically, they all lose to Vigoroth. I don't know how Primate's losing to Vigoroth. This is like a compilation of the... Oh, this is with... Why are they simulating with close combat here? That's so weird.
And is Nice Slash more DPE than Ice Punch on Primate?
Well, Night Slash is less energy, right? So... Yeah, slightly more, just like 0.04, so not really.
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much always throw Night Slash. It does 4 less damage, but you also have a boost chance, right? So
yeah,
very rare scenarios would you go for that extra. I mean, knowing it does 4 more damage is nice, but I would say it's very like unique situation. Good luck to you, Frey, Amber. I wish you well in the Evolution Cup.
As do I. Big lead? Yeah, you can put Dig in the lead. I was saying earlier that I prefer it as a safe swap because getting that 1 counter of energy can put you at an advantage over like a lot of things that they might use to try and counter you, including their own Vigoroth.
Yeah. Maybe this is the time I finally build a Dusclops. I don't have a Dusclops yet for Great League. But the problem is I'm doing factions or the Battle Frontier. I'm doing Master League.
Oh.
So like I'm like having to power stuff up for that. Like last week I built a Lugia and a Buzzwole, and this week I think I have to power up like 2 other Pokemon. So I mean it's a lot of resources into playing the Master League position. So
what's your Stardust count?
I'm like over 3 million, but right. I mean I would be doing a lot better if I didn't have to keep powering up Master League Pokemon. And I'm like purposely not like building stuff for Great League. Like I didn't build. Typically I'll build like a Pokemon during like an Ultra League rotation. But like this time I didn't build anything, even though I was really kind of wanted to. Oh, that's a lie. I did build a Skeledirge, but that was only like 100-something thousand Stardust. So that was. I'm saying like an XL, like something expensive, you know.
Dr. Banner, are you referring to the Clops? Because like Clops is not bad.
Yeah, Dusclops leave a Vig does look pretty nice. That was something we were talking about, was having something that does pretty well into Vigoroth as you lead, right? So. Oh damn, my son has a pretty good Dusclops here. How much candy does he have? What do you need XLs for? Dusclops? It doesn't need that many XLs, does it? I'm not sure exactly.
You can get away without using XLs, actually.
Oh damn, you need XLs for this thing? Damn, let me see here which...
Like
I have 1 XL.
You can get one without it. Just, you know, it's a low stat product one.
Damn, I need 40 XLs for this Dusclops.
GG.
Shit.
GG, well played.
I mean, I have lots of candy for Dusclops. I mean, we had a community day a long time ago. Quite a while ago, we had a new, we had a community day.
Look at this shit.
What's that one?
Shadow
Dragonair?
Dragonair is a safe swap. So 2 Dragon
Yeah.
Breath's energy lead. Like,
Of course,
this
man.
is the only thing you're losing to. My goodness.
Yeah, fairies.
Oh, that is disgusting. What if you're running Feint Attack? And Dragonair is still winning that if you're running Feint Attack for the Vigoroths.
Do you think it matters if you have HP or defense for Dusclops?
No?
Are you telling me that, or are you
I'm
just guessing?
Guessing. Heavily guessing. It's just Togetic.
For medieval fairies, well, no, there's Floette.
Oh, right.
Then there's also the 2 others with charm, the Brion, and that other grass one that we saw, right?
Huh. Shadow
it's called
Seadra
fairies.
beats Shadow Dragonair.
Clefairy's bad though.
Yeah. Let's go. Piloswine, Loudred, Shadow Loudred, and Shadow Nidorina. Man, I kind of take it back. I'm thinking now Shadow Dragonair's got to be a safe swap.
You just chip though. That's how you deal with all those things. You just chip and dip.
No, yeah, okay, so Shadow Dragonair in the lead then.
I was saying in general, like how do you deal with those Pokemon on the safe swap that can like 2 shield through your team?
Yeah.
You just chip and dip, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
Depends what your lead is, though. Preferably your lead is something spammy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can get off like charge moves pretty easily. But no, Dragonair is one of the best Pokemon. I think Dragonair and Vigoroth are like the 2 best Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically, that's like a very common core. Like if
2/2's Vigoroth against the whole meta, 122 and 15. That's with 2 counters energy as well.
Like if you look at Dragonair Vigoroth core, like what beats it? Vigoroth can potentially beat it. Golbat apparently does decent here. I wonder if you get too farm down here or not. Looks like you do. So, Togetic is probably like one of the better things that can deal with both those, right? Sort of.
Yeah.
Because we already saw that the Steel Wing is much better here, so there are ways of like dealing with it for sure.
And that's with area like Ancient Power. I'm not sure that's the way to get. Like, I think you do want Dazzling Gleam.
You could potentially. Yeah, I don't think I played much of this cup last time. I think Open Great League was around. But since this is Master League, I'll probably mostly be playing this cup, mainly also due to the ELO range I'm in. Most people won't be playing Master League very much. So, okay, have a good night, Frey, Ember.
See you, Freya.
Yeah, so I think people, like, I was finding a hard time getting Ultra League battles this week, to be honest with you.
Really?
So, I don't think people are playing these cups right now. Like, Ultra League, and typically like the top leaderboard people are like always sort of like to play like the Great League formats, right?
Yeah.
But History Cup just kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
Kinda.
You're not running Basti, that's why you got to run Basti. That's what Evan says.
Okay, so This is the ones with, like, it's saying you do need to land that Dazzling Gleam to beat the Vigoroth in the ones.
Yeah, but I think you win the 0s and the 2s without Dazzling Gleam.
Yep. But you do with Dazzling Gleam as well.
Yeah, but
it's there. It's there if you want some extra oomph.
Yeah, I think you don't. There's not a ton of use for fairy offensive damage in this cup.
Yeah.
But it seems like the fairy defensive typing could be pretty nice. Ancient Power would help it against like Golbat, those types of things. Celio, and Aerial Ace is just cheap, right? So yeah, I think it's definitely something to consider. I have one already Elite TM, so I might try that out.
All right, I think that is it for the Evolution Cup.
That's it. It's a wrap.
It is a wrap for the season. We will be back
See
next
you later,
season with
Evo
more
Cup.
metas.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's because, like, next week, or it's, the week after Evolution Cup, you got Catch Cup, and then it's the 3 Open Leagues, and then we're done for the season.
Damn, what should I run in Catch Cup?
Annihilate.
I have a Bastiodon that I could build.
Oh, no.
In
this economy?
I got a rank 1 Bastiodon at Charlotte. So I already have a Basti built, but it is a rank 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice having the rank 1, right?
And I have an Annihilate, and I could build a Shadow Vic. So I could run like a really wicked team, like Shadow Vic, Annihilate, Basti. Like what beats that? Nothing. I'm gonna get number 1 in the world, surely.
And people will love you for it.
Yep.
Let's raid Doms.
Wait, did I vet this?
I'm asking, should we raid Dom?
Yes.
You and Dom have a falling out, or?
No, I'm just checking to see how long he's been live, and or if his stream
right.
is.
No, I understand that. Yeah, that is good looking out. If you did only catch part of this stream, make sure to head to the Pallet Town PvP YouTube channel. Not right this second, but we will be having a 6-minute version, a TLDR, and we also have the Pallet Town TikTok account, Pallet Town PvP on TikTok as well, where we upload just a 1-minute version as well. So
don't forget to check out the play. Oh, I was gonna say, don't forget to check out the play Pokemon practice tournaments.
Yeah,
coming up soon too.
We haven't arranged one for this weekend. We've got to do that, and also we got Sovereign Cup. If you're into Devon, we got Sovereign Cup happening.
And we have I prefer Devon. I prefer Devon.
Devon Cup.
Yeah, there's a regional coming up this weekend in Dortmund.
And Lyle's gonna go play that one.
That's in Germany, I think. What the hell? How am I gonna get there?
I don't know. All the winnings from your previous regionals. No,
that's a big. It's probably already spent. Life. Yeah, I made like $3 million winning a regional, so I'm just like I'm set for life now.
Just living it up.
That's how it works. You win one regional, you're a millionaire. Yeah, that's me.
All right. See you guys.